To begin with, I wanted to briefly talk about why we created this system. The reason there are so few solar installations on commercial buildings is simply because the payback on the solar or the return on the solar investment has not been attractive. 7 to 10 years at best, oftentimes 15 to 20 years before a solar installation finally pays for itself and can start generating revenue. The solar roofing system reduces that solar payback to around 3 years or less, depending on what state it's in. Here in North Carolina, it's actually about 2 years or less because of the state incentives. So what is ISR? Well, essentially, there are two key components to our system. The first key component is a state-of-the-art reflective commercial roof. It's an Energy Star rated reflective roof with a reflectivity rating of 0.74 or greater. Okay, but just suffice it to say that the first component is a reflective commercial roof. The second key component is a bifacial or two-sided solar panel. This is a panel that can accept sunlight from the front or the back side with the ability to generate more electricity than a comparable single-sided panel. Now, how are these two key components linked? How does this work? Well, the reflective roof serves to redirect sunlight to the back side of the solar panel, thereby producing up to about 30% additional energy output as opposed to a standard single-sided panel. Okay, now here's the important part. Because the roof serves to create additional power, the reflective roof, has now become part of the energy generating system. Okay, and under IRS federal tax law, this roof can now be considered energy property. Now, as the roof is classified as energy property, two things happen to that roof. The first thing is the roof now becomes eligible for a 30% federal tax credit. That's the same 30% federal tax credit that the solar component, the entire solar array, already receives. The second thing that happens to that roof is it becomes eligible for accelerated depreciation. Again, this is the same the same depreciation schedule that the solar component already receives. Now, a standard commercial roof can depreciate over 29 to 39 year schedule on a company's taxes. Well, as part of our system, as part of the ISR system, both the roof and the solar depreciate over the same 6-year schedule. So that can substantially increase the tax benefits of the system. I just want to quickly jump over to this slide. Who is our customer for ISR? Now, basically, it's any business that pays taxes to the U.S. federal government that has commercial roofs of around 50,000 square feet or larger. We like the roofs to be too much below 50,000 square feet. We start to have some diminishing returns because of the one-time expenses involved in some of this components of the system. But so we like to stay about 50,000 square feet or larger. And we also have a financing program for nonprofit organizations that would like to go solar. And this availability is a state-specific thing at the moment. The financing groups that we have that do this kind of financing for nonprofits work in a select number of states, those states that you see right there currently. And this is because those states either have very high electrical costs or they have very attractive additional state incentives. Okay, there are specific parameters that we must work within and that we had to meet while designing this system. So a little bit of history. We spent about a year with our roofing experts and our solar experts and also our tax advisors that we retained from Jones Day. Jones Day is the legal firm that assisted the IRS in writing the 2009 federal tax incentive. Okay. And the result of that collaboration is our proprietary ISR system. Now, we access this system, through this project estimator, this ingenious project estimator that we built, and that we have a version of it on our website. So simply by clicking on this project estimator link, you go to the first field in our project estimator tool. So with very little basic information, the roof size we're talking about replacing, the area of the country, you'll choose the closest city to where the install is going to take place. Also, there's retail price of electricity and the cost of the roof. That's something that we'll talk about in more detail that we can. But with some basic information, our estimator allows us to create custom ISR estimates for virtually any roof size anywhere in the country, excuse me, while adjusting for varying roof costs for a specific job, while adjusting for various electrical rates and so forth. So the project estimator will kick out an estimate that you can download and print from this link. And once you hit that download print button, it gives you this 2-page estimate. And this 2-page estimate is really a very thorough document. It's going to give you all the information about the specific system, the size and the power output of that system. And it's also going to break down what the simple payback on that solar will be for this specific system. It gives you these system specifics in terms of what the federal tax credit's going to be, what the depreciation's going to be. And then over here on the second page, it shows you some more information, specifically what the 25-year cash flow is going to be. This is how much money this is how much value in electricity that this system is going to generate over 25 years of its guaranteed performance life. We have our system as the best. Our solar component of the system has the strongest performance guarantees in the business, and it's a linear performance guarantee for 25 years that the productivity of our system won't degrade over below 86% over that span. So we're given a very thorough estimate that we can get in front of customers that will help to qualify them and can really start the ball rolling in terms of having some numbers to talk about. Okay, and finally, I'm just going to briefly touch on the best-in-breed components that we spec in this system. All of our roofing components are from GAF. GAF is the largest roofing company in North America. They actually tried to put a system like ours together a couple of years ago, and they gave up on it. Since then, after seeing what we've done, we've signed a channel partnership with them, and we spec only their EverGuard Extreme line of roofing products. This in itself is a revolutionary line of roofing products that's designed specifically for solar installations, and it has been tested to last in simulation up to 45 years without degradation. That's unheard of in commercial roofing products. And our solar component, briefly, is supplied by Eclipsol DuPont. Eclipsol is Panasonic's white label OEM, and the panels that we supply from them They have partnered with DuPont and have a clear Kevlar backing sheet on these panels. Again, this is a revolutionary product in itself, and because of this Kevlar backing sheet, these panels are expected to have a productive life of up to 40 years. That's unheard of as well. But again, both of our solar and our roofing components have matching 25-year warranties and linear performance guarantees, which are the best in the business. So to summarize quickly, the total cost of the roof and the solar in our system qualifies for the 30% federal tax credit. In addition, both the roof and the solar qualifies for the accelerated 6-year depreciation. And in most cases, this is going to give us a simple payback on the solar in typically 3 years or less.